Don't be afraid, she begged him softly. So, children, already have seen that when the man woke up and when he came to realize where he was, definitely he was frightened and he was just determined to do something fearful, like he just wanted to run away from the house of Dr. Sadao also. But then, just in the nick of the time, Hana reached over there and Hana tried to console the person. And that is how we are going to proceed ahead. Don't be afraid, she begged him softly. So Hannah just tried to console the person and asked him not to be afraid. And she talked to him very softly and politely. कि हाना ने उसको ये समझाने की कोशिश की कि नहीं, डरने की जरूरत नहीं है, आप आराम से रहिए, और बहुत ही सॉफ्टली उसने इस बात को उस प्रिजनर को समझाया. हाउ कम यू स्पीक इंग्लिश? ही gasped. Gasp means he just spoke with a kind of strain. That is gasp. How come you speak English? Means he was not able to speak properly. As he tried to speak, he had started gasping. कि जैसे वो बोलने की कोशिश करता था तो उसको हम्फी आने लगती थी, वो हांफने लगता था. So that is on account of the weakness that one has. So somehow he asked Hannah, how was Hannah able to speak English? Sorry, I spoke a wrong sentence here. How Hannah was able to speak English? That is what the man asked. How come you speak English? She gasped. So in this way, in a gasping tone, he just inquired of Hannah how she was capable of speaking English. कि आखिर Hannah English बोलना कैसे जानती है? It was a long time I was in America. So Hannah replied to him that for a long time she had been in America. तो Hannah ने उसको बताया कि काफी टाइम वो अमेरिका में थी और इसी वजह से उसे इंग्लिश बोलना आता है. She saw that he wanted to reply to that, but he could not. So now Hannah could realize, Hannah could feel that the man wanted to add something, but just on account of his weakness, he was not able to speak, and that is why he remained silent. कि वो कुछ कहना तो चाहता था यहाँ पर, तो इस बात में वो आगे कुछ अपनी बात जोड़ना तो चाहता था, लेकिन कितना वो वीकनेस उसे महसूस हो रही थी कि वो कुछ बोल नहीं पा रहा था. And so she knelt and fed him gently from the porcelain spoon, and that is why, without troubling him anymore, Hannah just bent down. Hannah just knelt down and started feeding the man with a porcelain spoon. Porcelain, you know, that is the name of a material. Porcelain की kettles वगैरह होती हैं आपके लैब में. जब आप ग्रेविमेट्रिक एक्सपेरिमेंट्स करते हैं तो वहां पे आपको एक पोर्सलिन डिश भी मिलती है, तो दैट इज द नेम ऑफ अ मटेरियल. So Hannah started feeding the man with a porcelain spoon. He ate unwillingly, but still he ate. So, however, the man was unwilling to eat because he was finding himself quite insecure. He did not know the compassion, he did not know the mercy of Dr. Sadao and Hannah, and that is why he was just still suffering from the fear of insecurity. However, at the request of Hannah, he ate something. कि Hannah के कहने पर उसने कुछ थोड़ा बहुत खा जरूर लिया. Till soon you will be strong, she said, not liking him, and yet moved to comfort him. So Hannah was still trying to console the man. Hannah was still trying to make him assured of the fact that they did not mean anything harmful for him. कि हाना उसको ये समझाना चाहती थी कि उनका इरादा उसका नुकसान करना नहीं है. So what Hannah said? Hannah was still trying to comfort him, and she said that he is soon going to be strong, that he is soon going to be all right. However, she was saying all these things just in order to console the person. She had been making these kind of consolatory statements in order to comfort the person. She did not really like him, yet moved to comfort him. So, considering the misery of the person, Hannah just felt compelled to comfort him. कि उसकी परेशानी को सोच करके Hannah इस बात के लिए मजबूर हुई कि वो उसको कंफर्ट दे, वो उसको सुकून दे. तो हाना ने उससे ये कहा कि वो जल्दी ही अच्छा हो जाएगा और फिर वो जहां चाहे वहां जा सकता है. He did not answer, but he was also a soldier. He was also quite uncertain of his destiny because a soldier can never be certain of what is going to happen to him. He never knows whether he would be able to return back to his house or not. He never knows whether he would be able to return to his family or not. कि कोई भी सोल्जर कि जो सीमा पर है तो उसके लिए ये कभी भी पक्का नहीं होता कि उसके साथ क्या होने वाला है. When Sadao came in the third day after the operation, he found the young man sitting up and his face bloodless with the effort. So on the third day of the operation, when Dr. Sadao came to inspect the wounds, he noticed that the man was seated up. He noticed that the man was sitting up, and his face was also bloodless. His face had also been faded away on account of the weakness that is supposed to be in consequence of the operation. कि ऑपरेशन के बाद होने वाली वीकनेस की वजह से उसका चेहरा फीका पड़ गया था, उसके चेहरे पर एक तरीके का पीलापन था. तो ये बात आपने देखी कि इस बात को डॉक्टर सदाव ने भी नोटिस किया कि किस तरीके से ये आदमी जबरदस्ती उल्टे सीधे काम करके अपनी ही कंडीशन को खराब कर रहा है. Lie down, Sadav cried. Do you want to die? So Dr. Sadav was really quite irritated at whatever unwanted things the man was doing. So he just asked him to lie down. And he was really quite angry. Do you want to die? So he just asked him whether he wanted to die. कि क्या मरना चाहते हो तुम ये सब हरकतें करके? ये बात डॉक्टर सदाव ने उससे कहा कि चलो जल्दी लेटो. He forced the man down gently and strongly and examined the wound. So Dr. Sadav had to force the person gently and strongly so that he might lie down. And then he started examining his wound. Then he started just noticing the condition of his wound. कि उन्होंने उसको जबरदस्ती करके लिटा दिया और फिर उसके जख्म की कंडीशन को उन्होंने एग्जामिन करना शुरू किया. You may kill yourself if you do this sort of a thing, he scolded. So in a scolding tone, in a rebuking tone, Dr. Sadav warned him that if the man did that kind of a thing, definitely he would be inviting his own death. That if the person is not able to forbid himself from doing these kind of silly things, definitely he would be inviting his own death. कि अगर उसने इस तरीके की बेवकूफियाना हरकतों से अपने आप को नहीं बचाया, अगर इस सब तरीके की अलूल जलूल हरकतें करता रहा वो, तो डेफिनेटली वो खुद अपनी मौत को बुला लेगा, क्योंकि उसकी कंडीशन अभी ऐसी नहीं है कि जिसमें वो ज्यादा स्ट्रेन बर्दाश्त कर सके. What are you going to do with me? The boy muttered. So here, the word boy is a reference to that soldier. So he just wanted to know what they were going to do of him. कि वो उसका क्या करेंगे, वो उसे छोड़ देंगे या उसे वो पुलिस के हवाले कर देंगे. तो उसने वही बात पूछी कि what are you going to do with me? कि आप लोग मेरा क्या करोगे? He looked just now barely 17. So the man was really very young. That soldier was really very young and he was just appearing to be hardly 17. कि वो बड़ी मुश्किल से भी 17 साल का लग रहा था, बस ओवैस जितना और उससे ज्यादा नहीं. तो केवल 17 साल का वो अभी लग रहा था. Are you going to hand me over? So he just inquired of Dr. Sadav whether they were going to hand him over to the military or they were going to release him. कि वो उसका क्या करने वाले हैं, उसे सेना को दे देंगे, पुलिस को दे देंगे या उसे जाने देंगे. ये बात उसने पूछी. For a moment, Sadav did not answer. So children, here you can understand what kind of a dilemma Dr. Sadav himself was in. And that is why he was really not in the condition to answer the question of that soldier. He was himself quite in an undecided mood. For a moment, Sadav did not answer. So for a moment, he really did not say anything because he was himself not sure what action he was going to take. He finished the examination and then pulled the silk quilt over the man. So after finishing the examination of the wound, he just covered the man in the quilt. कि कुछ उसकी बात का जवाब दिए बिना उन्होंने उसको वो रजाई उड़ा दी, क्योंकि उन्हें खुद नहीं पता था कि वो क्या करना चाहते हैं. वो खुद इस बात को लेकर के बहुत ही पसोपेश, बहुत ही दुविधा में थे कि वो क्या करेंगे. I do not know myself what I shall do with you. So that is what he said to him, that he himself does not know what he should do and what action he is going to take. कि उनको खुद बड़ी हैरानी है कि वो ये नहीं जानते कि वो क्या करने वाले हैं. He said, I ought of course to give you to the police. You are a prisoner of war. So he said that as he is a prisoner of war, he must be handed over to police. कि चूंकि वो prisoner of war है, तो एक जापानीज होने के नाते उनका ये फर्ज है कि वो उसे पुलिस के हवाले कर दें. No, do not tell me anything. So just at this moment, the man, means that prisoner, must have wanted to say something. So Dr. Sadav just extended his hand to put it on his lips so that he might not speak anything. He just tried to shut down his mouth. No, don't tell me anything. That is what he said. Do not tell me anything. He put up his hand as he saw that the young man was about to speak. So as the man was about to speak something, he just forwarded his hand to be put on his lips so that he might not speak anything. Do not tell me your name unless I ask it. उन्होंने कहा कि मुझे तो तुम अपना नाम भी तब तक न बताना जब तक मैं पूछूं ना. तो ऐसा उन्होंने क्यों किया? Because as long as you are not aware of the reality, you cannot tell it to anybody. But when you are aware of the reality, definitely you would how to speak it in the presence of somebody. That is a possibility कि अगर आप जानते ही नहीं है तो कोई बात नहीं है, लेकिन अगर आप जानते हैं तो कहीं ना कहीं आपके मुंह से कोई बात निकल ना जाए तो इसमें कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. ये बात आपने देखी यहाँ पे. They both looked at each other for a moment, and then the young man closed his eyes and turned his face to the wall. Okay, he whispered, his mouth a bitter line. So now, children, here you can understand that they were both surprised. They both did not know what kind of relationship they had and why Dr. Sadao was trying to save the life of that soldier who was himself an enemy. So definitely this is some such kind of emotion that was going to put them in wonder. तो ऐसे ही कुछ हुआ कि वो एक दूसरे को देखते रहे थोड़ी देर. एंड देन द यंग मैन क्लोज्ड हिज आईज. फिर उसने अपनी आंखें बंद कर ली और अपना मुंह दीवार की तरफ कर लिया और उसने कहा ओके. ही विस्पर्ड, his mouth a bitter line. So definitely there was an unhappy expression on his face. That is the meaning of his mouth a bitter line. Means there was a kind of unhappy expression on his face. कि वो बहुत खुश नहीं था, वो कुछ समझ नहीं पा रहा था कि क्या हो रहा है. Outside the door, Hana was waiting for Sadao. So Hana had been waiting for Dr. Sadao outside the room. He saw at once that she was in trouble. So now Dr. Sadao could notice it clearly that Hana was in trouble. Dr. Sadao was really wise enough to notice that Hana was in trouble. Sadao, Yumi tells me that the servants feel they cannot stay if we hide this man here anymore, she said. So Hana informed the matter to Dr. Sadao that Yumi has given the information that the servants are determined that they are not going to stay in the house. कि servants जो हैं वो इस घर में नहीं रहेंगे अगर वो आदमी वहां पर रखा जाता है और भी ज्यादा दिनों के लिए. So in this way the servants had given a clear-cut ultimatum to Dr. Sadao that they are not going to work if the man is hidden there anymore. कि वो वहां पे काम करने वाले नहीं है और उन्होंने जाने को तय कर लिया है. तो ये बात आपने इस पार्ट में देखी. She tells me that they are saying that you and I were so long in America that we have forgotten to think of our country first. So that was a kind of allegation that the servants had been laying onto Dr. Sadao and Hana. It was a kind of charge. ये एक तरीके का आरोप था, ये एक तरीके का इल्जाम था जो servants Dr. Sadao और Hana के ऊपर लगा रहे थे. And what they were saying? That they had been for such a long time in America. Dr. Sadao and Hana had been together in America for such a long time that they have forgotten to think of their own country first. कि वो अपने देश के बारे में सोचना ही भूल गए, अपने देश को सर्वोपरि रखना ही वो भूल गए. And that is the reason they have been giving shelter to an enemy because he is an American. They think we like Americans. So that is what the servants charged Dr. Sadao and Hana for. That they like Americans. कि इन्हें Americans पसंद हैं, ये Americans को प्रेम करते हैं. ऐसा उन्होंने आरोप लगाया. It is not true, Sadao said harshly. So Dr. Sadao was really hurt at that kind of allegation. Dr. Sadao was really hurt at that kind of a charge, at that kind of a blame, at that kind of an allegation. Dr. Sadao was hurt कि इस तरीके के आरोप पर उनको बहुत खराब लगा. It is not true. उन्होंने कहा कि लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है. Americans are our enemies. कि Americans तो हमारे enemies हैं. But I have been trained not to let a man die if I can help it. So he said that he was just fulfilling his duties of a doctor. He has been trained not to let a man die if he can save him. कि मैं तो अपनी सिर्फ ड्यूटी कर रहा हूँ कि मुझे सिखाया गया है कि जब तक तुम किसी की जान बचा सको तब तक उसे मरने मत देना. The servants cannot understand that, she said anxiously. So Hana just tried to convince Dr. Sadao that the servants won't be able to understand those high sentiments. कि आदमी अपने ही लेवल की बात सोच पाता है. तो the servants won't be able to understand those high sentiments कि किसी दुश्मन की भी मदद करना क्या होता है. No, he agreed. So Sadao said कि no, this is very bad. This kind of a charge is really not to be put on me. कि ये बहुत बुरा किया उन्होंने. Neither seemed able to say more, and somehow the household dragged on. But then they did not talk about any unnecessary thing, and somehow the household dragged on. कि किसी तरीके से गृहस्थी की गाड़ी घिसटती रही. कि इस समय गृहस्थी चल नहीं रही थी, गृहस्थी घिसट रही थी. तो वो वाली चीज यहाँ पे देखी आपने.